where are the nipples right now?
They're cut off perfectly.
The frame is right below the nipples. There may be a few slips. There may be a few nip slips throughout the episode.
That's okay. Nip slips are okay. We
It's
just don't want
tasteful.
nipples. Okay, there we go. It is tasteful. I just checked my screen. It's good. Lighting is kind of it's whatever.
Nah, you look good. Everything's good.
How have you been since last night, Billy? I know you had plans to go see The God.
I saw a living legend.
Yeah, you saw the one.
They played like 2.5 hours straight, all Doors songs. To catch people up, I saw Robbie Krieger.
Thank you.
At the Whiskey A Go Go.
We need a point.
I saw Robbie Krieger at the Whiskey A Go Go, famously the club where the Doors got their start and began playing together live for a real audience. So that was an added, just level of how cool it was. That's like where he was 21 years old, cutting his teeth, learning to be a rock star. And he was out there at I think he's 76. And he's just an effortless, virtuosic rock star. It's not even just how good of a guitar player he is. He's just got a stage presence that's so strong.
I wonder if this show will be as strong when we're 76.
Yeah, that's a great question. If we'll have gained the knowledge and the experience like he has to become the great podcast legends of our day.
We're past the halfway mark to 100 episodes.
Yeah.
All right, We've been doing this for a year now, so we only got 75 more years to find out. That's all.
If we do this till the time that we're 76 and we're not good at it yet, I don't know what I'll blow up a fucking government building or something.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Holy shit. Wow.
So
you'd find that in the January 6th docs right there.
Hopefully the government still sucks by then and I don't have to feel bad about it.
True. So I've been meeting some new people, okay? And they're all asking me when I tell them that I have a podcast, what's it about? And when I started a podcast, I never felt the pressure to have a concept or a theme. But now all these people are putting these expectations on me, right? So I want to talk to you guys about that.
Okay.
What do you think our show is about?
I feel like we're the Seinfeld of podcasts.
We're a show about nothing.
Literally.
Yeah, that's it's always tough when a no level, like a bottom level thing calls themselves the Seinfeld of something.
Like we don't plug dates. We don't plug dates. You know what I mean? Every podcast either started out or is just like, hey, right when it comes in, the comedians or, somebody of some famous stature or already have ones.
And we don't do ads either. No
True.
Ad breaks on Bromingo.
Not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube. That's fair. I guess I meant we don't read ads.
True.
We don't read ads.
True. We have one pre-recorded ad that you will hear if you listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
For our own distributor.
Anchor.
Yep. For the legends over at Anchor. Shout out Anchor. I'll do a plug right now.
You guys want to try and do an ad right now for Anchor?
Oh yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Dang, I want to start a podcast, but I don't know how.
What's that? You want to start a podcast? You don't know how?
Billy, do you want to start a podcast too?
What?
I've been saying this. I've been saying I want to start a podcast this whole time.
I'll tell you what.
How can I do it?
We need a strong foundation.
We need something to hold us down.
What could do that for me? I need like some sort of metaphorical anchor or something. Some sort of.
You said it, buddy.
Hey, an anchor. Holy shit.
Anchor Podcast, a place where you can record, edit, and publish your podcast on all major streaming services.
Whether you're a pro or an amateur, it's for everybody. Anchor.
Sign up today for free.
Shout out Anchor.
Not bad. With a couple of edits, a few cuts, that could be a decent ad.
Catch it in the clips.
Yeah, a couple more takes. That would actually be pretty good. Yeah.
I like where we were going with it. The concept was good.
Me too. Concept was great. Yeah. Let's just keep sucking our own dicks on the show. I just got off the phone with an uncle of mine who is a new listener of Bromingo.
Nice.
And do you want to know how shout out him. Do you want to know how he described the show to me?
Okay.
Really slow, and you guys always just fucking drivel off into nonsense with his exact words, if I remember correctly. He said, yeah, it's hard to watch them since you guys are so slow and you always just end up going off into nonsense. And I was like, well, I really appreciate the support. Thank you.
So faster pacing, heard.
Got it.
Heard that. All right. Let's do an intro to the show, okay? So I can hit the theme song.
Absolutely.
But let's do it like an advertisement for the show.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
And let's do it in an improv sort of way, like an improv exercise sort of way, where we all do like one word at a time.
Improv exercise.
Okay?
Totally.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
So start it off.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bromingo. Wait,
One word, dude. One word.
wait. I thought we were doing a skit.
No, you said.
Improv.
Welcome to our show. We're ready to go. It's a brand new
What are we on,
podcast
53?
episode. It's Bromingo.
52.
Okay, 52.
Welcome to episode 52 of Bromingo.
Hell yeah, episode 52. Woo! What a time.
So, guys, if you want to call us, if you want to participate in the show, you can call us at 512-766-4646. That is 51 Bromingo. If you want us to give you a shout out every episode on the show, all you have to do is donate as little as 99 cents per month to us. You can do that through our Anchor page. You can find a link in our episode descriptions. Our current VIPs are Steven Ferreira, our fucking day one OG,
Day one.
OG.
Bill Sr., the homie,
Shout out the man.
our the number
out,
one father
Senior.
figure that we have on this show. He's the
Senior.
father
Yes.
of the show.
He is
and,
our daddy.
And our new VIP, fuck
Yeah.
my
Billy
boy.
Broder. We love you, dude.
You're the best,
Fuck
man.
Billy Broder. One of my favorite of our fans.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, and we've also been getting some love on our clips, and I want to just
Hell yeah.
thank the people who've been commenting. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank
On
you guys so
TikTok and
much.
Instagram, we see you and we appreciate you.
Keep those comments coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's only going to be more great content for you to comment on. So please.
It helps us with the algorithms a lot when it sees that we're getting comments and views. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, consider giving us a thumbs up and leaving a comment. You
Yeah,
can say
just say
anything.
some shit.
Yeah,
Say
you can
anything.
Say something mean. Say something nice. It's okay.
Tell us how good your day went. Tell us how bad your day went. Tell us if you
Yes.
went swimming. Tell us if you grilled. I don't care.
If you went
No.
swimming, comment it 3 times, please.
Please, I swam.
Yes.
And if you're going to call that number, leave us a message. Sing us a song. Tell
Yeah.
us something about yourself that nobody knows. Something
Secret.
you've never shared before.
Yeah.
The number used to belong to someone named Henry, and I'm still getting tons of messages for him.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
So I'm trying to respond
Shout
to
out
them.
Henry.
I'm trying to respond to them and be like, hey, this isn't Henry's number anymore, but if you want advice, let us know. You know?
Did it ever pan out? Weren't we going to go to like Henry's job interview or something? What was that? There
Oh,
was
so
someone who-
people were hitting him up for an interview. An organization called Police News. They were hitting him up for an interview. So I'm not sure what that
maybe,
is.
Maybe we don't need to be involved with that. Actually, yeah. Maybe there's
Who's
no need
Hank,
for us
right? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Hank,
yeah.
Henry, right? Who's Henry?
Yeah.
Who's
So
Henry?
he was some sort of businessman, clearly. I'm guessing that he had something to do with real estate. I bet he sold subprime mortgages, honestly.
Makes sense.
And
Yeah,
then he
makes sense.
had to change his number because he had too many people after him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, we love a good
Shout
scam.
outs. Yeah, shout out scams.
scam fraud. We love
Dude,
that
yeah.
shit.
We love that. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Honestly, it's pretty tight. never tried it myself. Never tried it myself.
But yeah, I've never been one to go in on the scams, but
No.
it's alluring. It makes you
Yeah.
want to try
Get your blood pumping.
when you think about it. Yeah, yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
I got a random text the other day. It said, "Hey, how are you?" And my first thought was, "Oh, this is a scam." Didn't answer it. Then it weighed on me for like an hour, and I'm like, "What if this is like an uncle or an aunt or a cousin, and they're just checking in on me?" So I'm like,
No
sorry,
shot.
don't have your number saved in my phone. Who is this? And she said like, I forget what her name was. I'll just say Tracy. She's like, "Oh, it's Tracy. Don't you remember me?" And I said, "No, you have the wrong number."
Wow,
And she
that's a
goes,
good
"Isn't
one.
this Seth from Los Angeles?" And I said, "No, it's not. You have the wrong number." And she goes, "Oh, okay, sorry."
And then
And then she comes back and says, "Hey, are you still there?"
What?
That's funny. You remember a longtime friend of the pod. Anyone who's been listening for a while will remember our friend Ethan Grillo.
Yes, of
Do you
course.
remember when?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Ethan got the scam where the person was asking him to write a song for their son's birthday? Do you remember that at all?
Dude, yes. Yes, I do.
I would love to hear that song again because I remember he wrote the song before he realized he was being scammed. He had the beginning of it at least.
Right.
But the reason I bring it up is a buddy of mine just got that word for word scam. Messaged on Facebook Messenger, same deal.
Okay.
And I was telling him, "Oh, my friend got this and he started the song. So you should use it as an opportunity to do a little work."
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's maybe they're just making them practice their skills. You could look
Yeah.
at it like that. There's
Totally.
it's just somebody out here hitting up random artists and putting them to work. You know?
or that kid's been turning 8 like a bunch of times this year. There's always that too, is that kid just gets a bunch of birthdays.
He doesn't realize he gets older, he just stays at 8.
I think that's something that like some parent would do. Like, you know, like those stories of the parents who keep their kid in the basement forever and like live their lives and shit. Like there's been a couple stories about that. Isn't maybe the movie Room is sort of like that? Isn't that kind of similar?
I know that the movie Brigsby Bear is like that.
Okay.
If you've ever seen that movie.
It
starts with that premise. I highly recommend. Good movie. I have another movie recommendation, but we can save that for later in the episode as well. I have a movie recommendation for both of you. Or I could do it now.
Yeah, just do it now.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw probably one of the coolest movies I've ever seen. It's called American Animals.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I've heard
it. It is so good. It is about the Transy book heist, which is when these 4 students of Kentucky colleges robbed a rare books library on one of their campuses.
Okay.
So they were trying to steal like rare books. Like there was one of the original Darwin's like On Species or whatever it's called, the thing about evolution. And then there was just these other like really famous rare books that they tried to steal. And I don't want to give too much of it away. I really feel like it was one of the most awesome movies I've ever seen. It was just so cool. So highly recommend anyone listening, or especially you guys, watch it. I would love to talk to you about it. It's a great movie.
Oh, absolutely. Is it a heist style movie?
Yes, but it's super unique.
Okay.
They do so much stuff that I've never really seen in another movie, and they do it so well. I don't even want to like spoil for our listeners because there's so much special about the movie. But I will say there are some heist sequences that are as cool as any heist movie I've ever seen.
I love a good heist movie.
Yeah, dude, heist movies are awesome.
What's the one with Ben Affleck?
Wait,
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
No,
Ocean's
the other one.
Eleven.
The Ton.
The Town.
Yeah.
The Town.
Oh, the
He's
Town.
not in.
Starring Ben
He's not in Oceans, but he is in the Town.
Takes place in Cambridge.
Yes, in Cambridge.
Exactly. Yes. Continue.
And they all dress as noons, if you remember correctly. They wear the noon masks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike,
the noons with a mask. Yes.
I feel like you're always telling me about a new movie you watched. Have you watched any new ones this week?
I did watch a new documentary. It was about an hour long on YouTube.
Okay.
It was about the making of Asia by Steely Dan. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Dude, yeah. So pretty much
Is that an album by Steely Dan? Or-
Yeah, it's an album.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
One
unfamiliar.
of their best.
Oh no, dude.
One of their best.
Steely Dan's fucking.
I'll have to get hip.
But yeah, great album. Check it out. But it was about the guy Walter and then Donald Fagen, Walter Becker. Is that his name, right? Steely Dan? Those two, whoever those guys are that run it. They pretty much for every song, they had a brand new band. And like they knew what sound they wanted based off of the
that's
people
sick.
where they were from. So like if the song had more of a New York sound to them, they'd go to New York and only hire New York musicians.
Who's
Same
they?
for
Steely?
LA. This is Donald
Yeah,
Fagen
Steely.
and Walter Becker. They are
Okay.
Steely Dan.
Got you. So
Yeah.
Steely Dan is front
Yeah.
is mained. They got two mains.
Yeah.
I had to check quick just to make sure, but that's the album with Peg.
Peg,
It
yes,
was one of
Peg.
their
Josie.
best songs.
Josie's another great
Josie,
song out there.
yeah.
But yeah, so the documentary was great because like they go in the studio and do everything. But there was this one British dude, Ian Derby. He's just a songwriter.
That's a wicked British name,
dude. But hear me
Super
out. So
British, yeah.
it would go to these people and they'd be like, "Yeah, it was a really great documentary." And then he would come in so loud. He'd go, "You know what? Actually, I think it was actually Josie. I think it was Josie. Yeah, Josie had the band from New York, and then Peg had LA." And then it'd go. And so when we were in that studio, we found it really comfortable. And dude, it happened like 6 times. He would come in so loud and so hot, and I'm just sitting there watching it, and I would get excited. I'm like, when is this dude coming back up?
Do you think it's from a life of blowing his ears out? And now he just screams everything he says because he's in the music industry.
And like he was mystical, like he had the whole mystical vibe going on with him. You know what I mean? It was sick. It was awesome, but it just cracked me up after like the 5th time.
You think he screams because he can't hear himself, or to drown out the tinnitus?
Probably
Yeah, that
both,
might be
dude.
it. That
He
might
was so
be it.
passionate when he talked. It was awesome. But yeah, that was a really good thing I watched lately. That documentary.
I've been going to a lot of shows lately, trying to do like some networking for my new band, Will Kilmore, and I have not been wearing earplugs, and I've been thinking a lot about tinnitus, and I need to get some good earplugs. Do you guys wear earplugs at all?
Never.
I do have earplugs that I have specifically to go to shows,
Okay.
I never remember them.
Are they
Literally
special music
never.
earplugs?
No, dude, they're just your standard. Like
foams.
if you're going to the monster truck rally, and
Yeah.
you got to throw some foams in. They're just your standard. Like squinch them up, put them in,
Okay.
keep them on for the night. I will say, I had the thought last night. Damn, I wish I'd remembered my like whatever we were just talking about. Sorry, my
Earplugs.
brain went blank.
No, it's
My
okay.
earplugs,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
earplugs, yeah.
They make these
Yeah.
ones specifically for music that I want to buy, and they're not supposed to degrade the they're not the frequencies of what you're hearing.
Yeah.
But the thing that turns me off about them, and it's this specific brand that I'm seeing on Instagram all the time, is that they're called Eargasm.
Yeah.
And
You could find one like
Yeah,
that with another
what's up with
brand.
that?
My friends have those. My friends
Eargasms.
here.
Okay,
Oh,
do
you
they like Eargasms?
Eargasm, Mike?
Eargasms
No, I
are
don't
dope.
think they-
What's wrong with an eargasm?
I don't care either way. I
You've
think
never
to me,
got in there with a Q-tip or something and then just like a dog, like snap your neck, dude. You've never done that?
I understand the ick. I understand seeing eargasm and being like, oh, this elicits an image of a penis in my ear, which is not what
See,
I'm
that it
going
doesn't.
for right now.
Yeah, not for me.
Well, maybe that's what
I
you
don't
like.
picture a penis.
Okay, well,
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, speak for yourself, bud.
I
Right?
do. I
So,
do. And
No, to each their own. Absolutely.
To
That's
honestly,
beautiful.
For me, it's like I
Beautiful.
picture an ear squirting or something. You know, like I picture fluid squirting out of an ear, like an ear
Yeah.
ejaculate, which is grosser than a penis in my ear. I'd rather have
Yeah.
a penis in my ear than have fluids come out of my
Quick
ear.
question: why are we keeping the penis involved with
Let's
this?
dive in. Let's dive
All right.
into it, dude.
So if I had a penis in my ear, right? I guess I guess to some, if some people have a penis in their ear,
Uh-huh.
I guess they can have an eargasm.
Wait, you don't need earplugs if you have two penises to put in your ears.
So you should just shove dicks in your ear.
that's true. You could just get two tiny dicked guys
soft
that
dicks.
come to
Yes.
you to
Soft
every
dicks.
concert.
They put
Yeah,
them
soft
in, and
dicks.
then they get
And then
hard.
they
and
get
You know what
big.
you could
Yeah.
do?
just like the foams.
You
Yeah.
could spin them. You could spin them in like a screw. You could spin them with their tiny dicks.
Oh wait, this reminds me. Last night at the show, at the Robbie Krieger show,
Yeah.
there was someone in line with me that was just one of the funniest fucking people I've ever seen in my life. They had to have been this short, me standing up.
Okay.
They literally came up to like my lower chest. They were a small, I couldn't tell if they if they had like a very obvious gender identity. They had
Okay.
an androgynous feel to them, so I
Okay.
couldn't really guess either way. But they're wearing a white leather jacket, right? White leather jacket, and they've got like a coconut bowl cut, black hair.
Yeah, they them vibes.
They them vibes a little bit. They're squat, but they're not like fat or anything.
Okay.
They're like a small Asian person, and they are stumbling around. They literally can't stand. Like this person could not fucking stand. And it was clearly a combination of drinking way too much before the show
Okay.
and wearing these ridiculous heels. Like truly ridiculous. And they were
that high
short.
with the heels.
Yeah, dude, they were short in
Whoa.
the heels, bro. It was so funny. And they could not stand. And we're on a massive hill. Like the line went up this massive hill.
Oh,
So
tough.
they're standing at like a slant where they're literally leaned
Wow.
forward at every second. And they are, I wish I could physically do it. This box prohibits me
Oh
from
my gosh.
recreating it, but my God, the stumbling was so funny. And I didn't feel bad for them either because they just left. They literally
quit?
they didn't stay in line. So at that point I was like, oh, I can't pity you if you're going to give up.
They
They just
pregame too
walked-
hard.
They stumbled out of the line and left. I think they sold their ticket to someone else. Because there
Okay.
were hella people asking for tickets, trying to get in. And a few of them I saw inside. So some people succumbed. Some people were like, yeah, I'm not committed. I'm just going to sell my ticket.
It's hard to sell tickets to certain things.
Yeah.
You know, I really struggled to sell my tickets to the Shrek rave. It didn't happen.
Yeah. And it didn't happen for you. I was tweeting at you that you just had to go. You had no choice. But I don't
kept
think
on.
you went.
No, I did not. I kept on tweeting, like, because the first time I tweeted it, hey, anyone want my tickets to the Shrek rave? People kept on liking it like it was a joke. Like I was ironically posting it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to let it roll. And I tweeted it again. Hey, guys, still haven't sold my tickets. When a tweet went viral of a
Yeah, the
marquee that said Shrek rave sold out. I retweeted it with the caption, and none of you bums bought my ticket. And yeah, no one picked it up off me.
They're like, yeah, right, buddy. Good
I know.
meme. And they give it a like. That's great.
You know, $35 not worth seeing in the X. You know, not worth seeing
No,
the
I
X.
guess not. Do you know if it was a DJ dressed as Shrek?
I'm guessing the DJ. Well, honestly, if you're gonna go to a Shrek rave as a DJ, you might as well, participate.
Right, exactly.
But I'm sure the theme was that all the guests were being Shrek dressed up, dressed up as in Shrek fashion.
Shrek though.
A buddy of mine used to work at a music venue in Cambridge, in Cambridge,
Cambridge,
and in Cambridge, and they did a Harry Potter rave one night where everybody came dressed up as Harry Potter, and it was the worst selling show they said they had done all year.
That sounds even worse than a Shrek rave, honestly.
Yeah,
Harry Potter's
seven.
dope.
Oh, Harry Potter's awesome.
Harry
so
Potter's cool.
Shrek's not as cool as Harry Potter.
Well,
it's a different level.
Harry Potter adults are much like Disney adults.
Nah, no shot, dude. No shot. I'll tell you that.
They're not as bad.
Disney adults are. Nah, they're nowhere. Dude, listen.
Here's the thing I like about Disney adults is that they have a place they can go.
Well,
Harry Potter adults don't have anything.
Universal. Universal does have a thing.
I've been to the Universal. It's fucking life-changing and amazing. I've drank the butterbeer. I got my wine.
He's a Harry Potter adult.
Yeah, you're
a Harry Potter adult. He's biased.
Actually,
he's biased.
This is a perfect. I am biased, and this is a perfect segue into something I wanted to bring up today. So
Can you check the camera?
my confirmation name.
Just check the camera. Sorry, Billy.
No, you're good. You're good. I didn't want to talk over the logistical stuff.
Yeah, just a tech check.
Yeah, quick tech check. Thank you, Nate. Shout out Nate.
Shout out Nate.
Shout out Nate. What a god. I got my confirmation name in the 8th grade, and I picked Godric, which, as anyone who knows Harry Potter would know, is the namesake of the House of Gryffindor.
Like I don't know that.
An incredibly important name in the lore of Harry Potter in the wizarding world. So Godric, being my confirmation name, is very important to me. It's also a cool saint. Saint Godric was a cool dude. So I got away with it. I remember the priest, Father Michael, as I'm sure you remember, Blake.
Shout out.
Father, yeah, maybe. Father Michael came up, I guess. Father Michael came up to me and he understood. He didn't know what the fuck Godric meant, but he was like, this kid is not picking Godric for any good reason. So I better ask him what this is all about.
Okay.
And I had, luckily, because I was this sort of little shit, I had done all my research.
Right.
So I knew everything about Saint Godric that I needed to know. So I just spouted a bunch of facts about Saint Godric, about how he was a monk that lived alone. He was a hermit, and I like hermit monks. And he was famous for having levitated a couple times. People claim to have seen him levitating.
Amazing.
So the priest ate that shit right up. He was like, oh, of course. That's why he wants to be named Godric, because this guy could float. But then I had this thought just last night, and I said it to a friend of mine. How funny would it be to go to like a Catholic church, to a priest, and request to be reconfirmed because I want to change my confirmation name because Godric Gryffindor is the work of the transphobe J.K. Rowling. So to try and be like to a priest.
That's a moral conundrum to a priest.
Yeah, right. To be to the priest to be like, yeah, I've got to change my confirmation name because God hates transphobes. You know what I mean? God hates TERFs. If there's one thing Catholic God hates, it's TERFs. You know what I mean? I try to get him to let me change my confirmation name and go through the confirmation again. I just feel like it'd be so funny to have the priest being like, no, you picked it already. You picked it. Like, no takesies, backsies.
It's one time thing.
Your name in my phone is your full Catholic name, and
amazing,
William Donald Godric Broder, and your photo is Tom Jones still.
Tom Jones.
Oh, shout out to that episode. That was a great time,
dude. That was one of my favorite things that ever happened on this show.
Yeah,
and
it was
honestly,
really fun.
Your roadkill story from the last episode was my second favorite.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, dude, that's an all-time story. I'm glad that one made it on the pod.
Oh, dude,
I was really
hilarious.
happy about that. Anyone who hasn't listened to our last episode, go back and listen to it.
It really was a good one.
There's a great story in there. I'm not going to rehash. Do you guys have any like deep dark fears that you've never told me about?
I have one.
All right, what do you got?
And it's recent.
Okay.
It's an idea I had. At night. I was laying in bed. And dude, we have zero control if another planet explodes? There's nothing we can do about it. Have you ever thought about that?
So you're worried about like, say, like Neptune?
I was just
exploding
outside
or
looking
Pluto
up at the
exploding?
stars, and I was like, dude, like, what if a planet right now exploded? Like a wave of just, we die.
Okay, I hate to make your fear worse, but like, what if we exploded?
Exactly. Yeah, we're just as likely to explode. That's what I'm saying. We have no
True.
control.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you recognize this.
Oh yeah, I'm not being biased.
This is a different type of fear than the sort of imminent explosive death. But I was reading about how all the theories in like, you know, theoretical physics, astrophysics and all that sort of shit. There's like this pretty prevalent theory that we exist within the black hole of a much larger universe.
Could be possible.
And it's very possible. And likely even.
Likely, yeah.
Which just opens up this whole notion of like, well, once we can, and it probably will be possible eventually, once we can travel out of the universe, what are we gonna find?
Get up, cocksuckers! It's all over.
I just want to say, I'm nodding my head like as if you're giving me factual information that you know, like as if this is your field. Because really, the way you're presenting it, I'm just like, yeah, he's right. Like as if I'm taking valuable information. I'm sorry. Continue.
You just gave me such a good image of us strapping. We're strapping the first Universal's explorer, the first person who's going to leave the universe. They're probably Chinese, but they might be American. Who knows? They might be American. In a few hundred years, the thought that NASA will still be the leader in the space race is actually kind of like, it's just a total fucking like big brain. Like, it's not going to happen. India, China, maybe Russia has a huge resurgence. Who knows?
Whether they're Chinese, American, or Indian, we know they're going to be a cold-blooded capitalist.
I tell you what, they don't have. They don't have a space force.
Get up, cocksuckers! It's all
No
over.
space force.
But no, that's the perfect. I'm glad you played that again because I'm imagining a Joey Diaz type.
Oh yeah,
being strapped in to go make first contact with other universes.
I'm going up, cocksucker.
Imagine how much he would sweat on the way to space, dude. Imagine how much he would sweat when he's like
1,000 milligram edible.
They get him in the other universe, and he just starts telling lies. He just starts lying like Joey Coco Diaz does all the time.
Or he does the year thing where he's like, 96. I was in Broadway Street.
This reminds me of this time I was high on cocaine and Adderall.
I stabbed the guy in the stomach. His guts were everywhere. 96, New York, Brooklyn.
He tells this great story, or it's not a story so much as I remember hearing him talk one time about how whenever he really wanted to quit cigarettes, he would lock himself in a room with an 8-ball of cocaine, and he would do all the cocaine and suck on his thumb the whole time, and he would just relentlessly suck on his thumb between bumps of cocaine, and then he would be like, and then I'd feel good. Which is so funny to me. There's this notion of like, and then I didn't need any cigarettes anymore.
The Joey Diaz Recovery Center.
Yeah.
Where they just give you an 8-ball of cocaine and lock you in a room, and you come out like new.
I'm really scared of not finding love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really scared of dying alone, dying young and alone. That would suck.
Yeah. I definitely don't wish that upon any of you guys.
No.
Well, what do you mean don't wish that upon us?
Oh, I don't wish any of us to die lonely and young.
You're making it sound like that couldn't happen to you.
No, for myself.
Like
I
oh,
hope
it could happen to you
doesn't
guys,
Wow.
but not me.
It seems like you're taking offense to this. It seems like this is hitting home. Hold on a second. It seems like this is hitting somewhere with you, dude. I didn't mean those. You know, no
I
harm.
relate to this fear. I do relate to this fear.
Well, be honest then. You know.
Yeah.
You
You don't feel like that ever?
Well, you know, they say, you know, people sometimes, you know, they're happier than a pig in shit, right?
Okay.
But I always like to say, wouldn't the pig be happier if he knew it was his own shit? And not in a pig pen with everybody else's, man.
I wish the English motherfucker button was actually programmed correctly today. Okay.
No, dude, okay.
Yeah, I was lost. I got lost on that one. I sort of see what you're getting at.
I was getting at nothing. I was getting at absolutely nothing.
Yeah, okay. Now that you've admitted it, I will admit I had no fucking idea what you were trying to get at.
No, what was that? Do I ever feel like I'm going to die young and alone? Well, I have had the thought of like, yeah, I'm probably going to die young. I have had that one.
I'm more afraid of dying without accomplishing the things I want to accomplish.
Yeah, but isn't one of the things that you want to accomplish like
It's finding a soulmate.
love? Yeah, no doubt. You know
for
what I mean?
Definitely, absolutely.
So it just ties in.
But that's just one thing on my list, though. I wanna like make an album. I wanna like make a short film. I wanna like. There's a lot of creative things I want to do. I want like, I would love to just like, I don't know. Like I don't want to get too deep.
But here's what I'm getting at is you will do those things, Blake. I truly believe you will do
if I don't die,
because you're a doer.
Well,
you're a doer.
I don't want to be that guy. You could die whenever. You don't have a choice over that.
But
that's why you got to live each day, you know?
All those things are within a realm of your control.
Yes.
And finding love is something that you control, but there's variables and factors that don't exist in the world of making an album and making a short film. You could do that alone. You most likely will not. You'll do it with collaborators, and you'll just have a bunch of people involved, and it'll become something bigger than just yourself. But finding love is such a terrifying notion because it directly requires you to give up the control and to give up any sort of, total level of hands-onness. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to let someone else take charge, or
okay, hit us with it. Hit us with it.
I'm sweating.
I just realized you're shirtless, giving this deep shit right now. He just shows a goat on.
You log on to one of many websites across the globe where brides are readily available, and husbands are readily available to be, I don't want to say purchased, because then it becomes human trafficking. Acquired for money.
Through financial means.
Acquire through some type of currency.
I used to do a lot of community theater, as I'm sure Blake remembers. I don't know if you know that, Mike, but I used to do a ton of community theater in the Fall River area and Rhode Island and such. And there was this guy, fully grown adult, who I remember showing me his Russian girlfriend, like a fucking website where he paid a subscription to talk to young Russian women.
Okay.
And I remember being young enough that I was a little like open to the idea of this guy showing me this, but old enough to be like, isn't this wrong? and him being like, no. She likes me. Like that was his whole thing. Was
she loves money, and to her, he is money.
He's like, she's gonna fly out here soon. She really likes me, and I guess that's just where my fear of not finding love started, is because I was like, I'm gonna be this guy. But I do think now I might not even be as good as that guy.
No.
I might be. No. That's where the fear is growing to.
Billy, you are a handsome, well-rounded person. No. Okay, with a fresh haircut.
Yeah, I do have a fresh.
You got a fresh cut right now, dude.
If you listen to the show and you're not my mom, feel free to let us know if you would want to have sex with me at what is the number? Say the number again.
512-766-4646, aka 51 Bromingo.
No, and my dad too. I don't want my dad saying any of that shit either.
You killed Nate with that one, dude. And on that note, Go ahead, finish your thought. We were at time, finish.
Blake told me to stop interrupting him during the show. He told me before he sent me a long message about how I interrupt him too much. No, I'm kidding. I was just gonna say that I fucking forgot what I was gonna say now. I was just gonna say that I love having a built-in small group of people that like, comment, and the such, that are all broders. It's interesting. It's fun to me, and it's reliable. And we get to look at it every week and laugh that so many of my family is giving us the love that we deserve. Shout out to them.
They're very supportive. I tell my family specifically not to watch. I say, you guys will not like it. Don't watch it.
I tell my family to watch it because, some of this stuff is lowbrow enough for them. Bro, I'm so stuck to the back of this chair.
Sweating,
I'm so fucking sweaty. When I lean forward when we're done recording, it's going to sound like fucking Velcro. It's going to sound fucking heinous.
Can we end the episode with that sound? Can you try and bring the mic to your back and peel yourself off?
I will bring the mic. I will bring the mic over. Yes. Okay, so the mic is now under my armpit, and we're just going to... Sorry, I think I might have covered it with my own noise there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did. Keep it easy, don't be sleazy. Woo!
Thanks for coming to our show. It's time